Kia ora, do you love stories?
Heck yes.
What about stories that have awesome kingdoms with a cool king or a warrior queen?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, this term we're learning about God's kingdom, the upside down kingdom. It's called the upside down kingdom because it turns everything about the world upside down for the craziest, best adventure of our lives. As lifelong followers of Jesus, we try and build God's kingdom on earth. But we need to learn what it looks like. And we can do that by hearing and reading the Bible. Hey, do you want an ice cream while we watch it?
Yes please.
There you go, for you.
Why, thank you.
And for me?
What? That is not fair. Why don't we get the same amount?
Well, before I tell you, in our Salvation Army whānau, we've got some lifelong followers of Jesus all around the motu. Let's say hi to one of them right now.
My name is Joel. I live in Wellington, and my favourite thing about Wellington is that I live at the Hurricanes' home city. My favourite thing to do is watch and play rugby. My favourite teams are the Hurricanes and Blues, and the All Blacks. And my two favourite players are Bowden Barrett and Geordie Barrett. I love following Jesus because I know that he's always going to be there, and I know that I'm going to be in heaven.
Whoa, that was so cool. So, Moshe, are you gonna tell me why I got less ice cream now?
Well, today's story is all about what we think is fair. When Jesus was on earth, many people thought that God must have favorites. They thought that if you were the best, God would love you the best. But Jesus knew that the truth was very different. Jesus knew that God's love was a free gift, not something that we could earn. In the church, we call that grace. No matter who you are or what we've done, we all receive the same amount of God's love. He is gracious.
Oh, I see. Well, to help people understand, he told them a great story.
Kia ora, tamariki ma, and welcome to The Word. In today's story, there are some people who get pretty grumpy because they didn't think what happened to them was fair. Jesus was teaching again about what the kingdom of God was like, and he used this parable to make his points clear. What a wonderful sleep. Charlie stretched and yawned. Today was going to be a massive day. The crops were ready and she needed as much help as she could get to pick them all. Charlie jumped up and got ready. Time for a quick kai before she started. Morena, she called out to her crew who were already getting ready for the day. I'm off to the market to look for workers. Once Charlie arrived at the market, she found a group of people looking for work and she agreed to pay them a fair day's pay. The people were glad to get work, so they headed straight to the fields. A couple of hours later, Charlie decided to look for more workers, so she headed back to the market. She found some people who were keen and sent them to start picking. At lunchtime, she decided there was still room for more workers, so she found some more, and then she did the same again at afternoon tea time and at 5 o'clock when the work was nearly finished for the day. She found some people and said, "Why have you been standing here all day long doing nothing?" "We've been looking for work, but no one has hired us," they said. "Well, I can fix that for you," said Charlie. "Go and join the others in my fields." When it started to get dark, Charlie said to her team leader, "It's time to pay everyone. Can you take care of that for me?" "Sure thing, Charlie." "Make sure you pay the ones who started last first." Okay, that's weird. They only worked for like an hour, but you're the boss." The workers lined up, ready to receive their pay, starting with the ones that started last. They were paid a full day's wages. All of the other workers were watching on and they were like, "Hey, did you see that? If they got paid that much, we should get heaps. But as each worker stepped up to get their pay, they all got paid the same amount. The workers who had been in the fields working for the whole day started to moan and grumble, and they took their complaints to Charlie. That's so unfair. Those people only worked for like an hour, and we've been working hard for you all day. They've got a point, right? That's not fair. But Charlie answered them, I'm not being unfair to you, my friends. Didn't you agree to work for me at the beginning of the day for a fair day's pay? Yeah. Well, if I want to give those who were hired last the same amount as I gave you, don't I have the right to do that with my own money? I'm not cheating you. I just want to give everyone the same amount. As lifelong followers of Jesus, we accept God's gift of salvation is free for everyone. He knows that He loves each of us the same, no matter what we do, no matter who we are, no matter when we first choose to believe in Him.
Bula vanaka, Sally Telly. Ke te koa o. I am so happy today. You see, I needed some help around my property and I really didn't want to do it myself. So I've asked Brent if he would come and help.
Hey, look, here's Missy. Hey, Missy, we'll give you a race.
Hey!
Hey, how you going?
Thanks so much for coming.
We're here, we made it.
Woohoo!
So where's this food that you were going to bring us?
Don't worry about the food, guys. I've got a delicious meal planned for you, but you're going to get it at the end of all the jobs.
Wait, what? Whoa, hey. Hey, Sally Telly crew. I didn't actually know you guys were behind me. Hey, look, this is my mate Elisha. We've actually come here to help Missy with your mate's jobs around her house, and there seems to be a lot of them, but hey, what do we actually have to do? We've brought our tools and stuff, and we're all ready to go with our gears, so what do we do?
I've got a great list of jobs for you guys to do.
For us to do?
Yep.
You're not going to help us?
Well, I was thinking I'd do the food and maybe you could do all the jobs.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Give me a look at that list. Well, do you want to have a take a look? We'll tell you what, we'll get started. Elisha, suss out what we're going to do, and I guess we'll see you soon. We've got to go and do some work.
Cool.
Thanks a lot, Missy.
Bye.
See ya.
Ready?
Oh, food! No, oh! Woo! Elisha, food! Yes! Oh.
You know, you guys did such an amazing job. I'm so proud of both of you. You totally deserve this food.
Well, Missy, Brent was way faster than me and did way more than me. And
What?
he was much bigger and could lift heavier things than me.
Oh, no. Hey. No, bro, you were awesome. I mean, I couldn't have done this job without you. I was raking things like the wood chips. I needed them in there, but you were the one throwing them in. And I tell you what, you were really funny. I would have been so bored without you here. You know, I think we deserve the same amount of food, man.
Elisha, Brent's totally right. You know, you did such a great job and we couldn't have done it without you. I remember when I was a kid feeling a bit stink at school when other children did better at their maths tests than me, or when I wasn't very good at sport. I got hit ahead in the lot with basketballs. But you know what, it doesn't actually matter. We don't have to be the best at everything. And that's what's really cool about God's kingdom. It's totally upside down to the rest of the world. We don't have to be the best because God cares about our heart attitude. And that's what you have, heaps of it.
Yeah, man, you were actually amazing out there.
You know what? Yeah, I was.
That's right, you were. Well, I reckon we should eat. What do you reckon? Thanks, Missy, for this, although I know you didn't cook it. I've seen you cooking. Come on, grab a bun. Oh, thank you. I love this stuff. Oh, amazing. Cheers, mate. Love it up.
Sometimes sometimes parts of life can be confusing. The world looks at stuff and says that some people are better than others. They're smarter, more talented, better looking. It says that some people are good and some people are bad. But God's kingdom is upside down, and He loves us all the same. He says worldly stuff isn't important, but what's important is our heart attitude.
The kingdom of God has some very different ideas to the way the world sees things. It's an upside down kingdom where those who come first are often last, and the ones who come last go first. It's not about what we can do for God, it's about God's amazing free gift to us.
So true, Moshe. As lifelong followers of Jesus, we accept that God's gift of salvation is free for everyone. He knows that He loves each one of us the same, no matter what we do, no matter who we are, and no matter when we choose first to believe in Him.
That is so cool!
Today's blessing comes from Asinate from Fua Omotu Church in the Kingdom of Tonga. So before we go, remember, God sees you, God hears you, and in God's family, you're included.
O asia ika e o tua o ku me whanongo ki a koe o ku ke kau i anu whanongo.
Hi, it's me again. Thank you that you know me and love me even when things seem so unfair. Remind me to be patient and to be kind to others because that's how you treat them. I love you, God.